Earth, we're going to be seeing the potential of some nicer weather through the weekend, but unfortunately between here and there we do have that possibility of seeing some more scattered showers out across portions of the area. So for right now, I don't see too much of anything in the way of problems with heavy amounts of rainfall, but we do see that potential for outdoor activities that could be some issues coming up, especially for Veterans Day. We'll run the time frame here for you coming up in just a little bit. Want to make certain our audio is going all right here. Let's see. Okay, well, that would make more sense. Yes, let me go ahead and make certain. Whoops, sorry about that. It's always the microphones that I always have problems with on this. So make certain everybody can hear me and make certain the audio is where it needs to be. So apologies for that. Let me get everything reset back up here for just a moment. Being director, producer, and executive producer for all of this, it always takes a little bit of time to put together properly. So for right now, it looks like Twitch TV, you're going to be a little bit on the kind of a skew side here, trying to get this and Facebook to be in cooperation. I'm working on two different cameras on two different systems here. I don't have anything that will send it out to a common source so that everybody's able to see the same thing off of one camera. I don't have a splitter, I think it is, so that would be nice, but just don't have anything for right now. So trying to get everything where it needs to be here. That should do it. Let's go ahead and get started for tonight. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. This is Weather Overtime, News 12's video weather blog. Catching it again on Thursday night, the 9th of November. It is a decently quiet night. We actually have some radars to show you for tonight, which we often don't get at this time of the year. So we'll be seeing again the potential for some more showers across the area, and that goes right on into bus stop time tomorrow morning. Greater Chattanooga Orthodontics bus stop forecast for the early part of Friday. Scattered showers possible. Temperatures, again, this is going to be the key for tomorrow that we're looking at here, to where, again, temperatures will start off around dawn patrol. Right before that, upper 50s to around lower 60s with a few showers. And then through the day, it's not going to be a great big drop off, but it is going to be noticeably cooler by the time you head home from work or school. Add to that, there's going to be more chances of rain. So go ahead and take the umbrella with you and get the kids ready for the potential of some more rainfall out there into early Friday morning and Friday afternoon. If they're walking home, could use an umbrella just to make certain you get everything taken care of there. So for right now, chances of rainfall will be with us into the rest of the day. Now, according to the Sportsman's Forecast, the website that we use for details about forecasting what's happening for anybody who's going out to catch a fish, yes, mostly cloudy, yes, scattered showers, winds occasionally breezy, and then the showers are going to be the worst part of anything going out for the afternoon, which means that if you're heading out for a round of golf, not great conditions out there as those numbers begin to slip a little bit, and there will be chances of showers through the day. So upper 50s to lower 60s in the morning, and then slowly making its way on downwards throughout the course of the rest of the day. Likewise, if you're hitting the grill, as we go into the weekend itself, the Food City Certified Angus Beef on the grill cast will show the potential of some more showers out across much of the area. Numbers in the next few days. Thanks to that next front, we've got two fronts coming through. One has already made its way through. The second one is going to be passing through tomorrow morning, which is going to take the temperatures downwards and will be in the lower to mid 50s as we go throughout the weekend. So if you're going to be grilling out there, you're going to be, again, looking for the potential of some rain. Again, could be a bit of a problem. Also, don't forget campfires or outdoor burning. Not a great idea until we get that good soaking in here. We've got some bad news where the drought situation is concerned. We'll talk more about that coming up, but please use caution when it comes to anything fire or flame related into the weekend, just to be on the safe side there. Now, again, the better news, it was a little bit cooler today, but way still above normal, with temperatures again for highs back in the mid-70s today. 76 was our high, 64 is where we should be. So we came within 6 degrees of a record high temperature again. That last record set in not too long ago in 2020. We have not picked up any rainfall since the beginning of the month, so we're almost 1.25 inches behind. And for the year itself, we're now just shy of 8 inches behind normal on rain. So we desperately need that rainfall at this point. Given that there is about roughly 8 weeks, a little bit less than that in the rest of the year, in order to make this up to that point, we need 1 inch of rainfall, basically, for all intents and purposes, some mathematical fudging going on there, but basically 1 inch of rainfall every single week of the rest of the year to make that up. Now, again, we don't want to get all that rainfall in one fell swoop. No flash flooding would be welcome here, but it's possible as we get into that severe weather season of the year. We're not looking at any severe weather out there. We will see, again, the potential for more of these showers popping up. Right before 10 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday, we do have some lighter showers trying to make its way over the Cumberland Plateau to around the western and northwestern News 12 counties. So we do have some rainfall into that area taking place, and going a little further afield, we have even more scattered showers developing down to our south and west. So all of this, a lot of this out here is heading more north-northeast, so it's probably not going to be much of a concern for us. But a lot of this down here, as this drifts its way up this direction, better chances of that rainfall heading into the area as we get into tomorrow. We're not talking about heavy rainfall here, hopefully just enough to stir up, again, the more chances of moisture and to tamp down the possibility of any wildfires out there. So again, tonight, not seeing a big concern out of that with all that moisture coming on through, but there will be that potential of some rainfall out there as we get into the course of the next couple of days. So that's what we're looking for the next few hours at least. Here's the way the situation sets up on the surface maps. We've already had one front drop on down to our south, and that's moving along, and that's allowing the moisture to kind of be channeled up this direction. But back to our north, right about I-70 all the way back up to the Great Lakes, that is where we see the potential of that much cooler air coming on down. And what we're looking at is this area of high pressure back to the north, channeling that colder air almost right off of Hudson Bay. Not an Arctic blast. Not going to be seeing anything out of that coming up through the next possibility of anything involving really cold temperatures. This is not going to be like it was last week before Halloween hit, and that really cold air dropped the numbers into the 20s for some areas. That's not the case for now, so we're not getting, again, a huge amount of problems for that, so that's definitely good news. Checking in on the chat function. Again, if you've got any questions and you're on Twitch TV, join us on the chat function there. Thanks to all our new followers on Twitch for hanging around there. Jeff Peterson on Facebook Live, 61 and damp here in Dunlap. That beats dry and fire dangerous. Definitely good news there. Are we into our second severe weather season as of yet? Technically, yes. It varies a little bit, but basically at this time of the year, we are seeing, again, the time frame is roughly between October and about mid-December. That's where we can wind up with an end-of-the-year severe weather season, and technically we should be right in the middle of that. It's not been a major severe weather season at this time, so definitely that's good news. We could be getting into that situation depending on how things go, but for right now there's nothing waiting for us. All this is just going to be plain rainfall, so always a good time to be prepared, and we'll talk more about that in the way of preparedness coming up here in just a little while, so stay tuned for that. The U.S. Drought Monitor issued their weekly statement update, and no good news here as we got nothing in the way of rain in the last week. So the Drought Monitor has upgraded parts of the News 12 viewing area around the tri-state area into an exceptional drought situation. That's the worst of the worst, from just plain dry all the way up to exceptional. So basically we're at a 5 out of 5 problem with lack of rainfall and wildfires happening. So this is not good news. Hopefully this rain we're getting tonight into the weekend, and again another chance coming up next week. Hopefully that'll give us some better potential of dropping this into a better category. Now the bad news is of yesterday, the yellow and orange, that shows the older wildfires that popped up in the last 48 hours. The bright red are the most recent wildfires, and most of those, a good number of them, over parts of Georgia where it has been driest. A couple of days ago, Tuesday I think it was, 153 new spot fires over just Georgia counties alone. For right now, we're not seeing anything here. There is just one south of the News 12 viewing area, right around portions of, looks like Walker or Chattooga County, and that again is where we see the worst of the worst going on for wildfires. But the good news is there's less, even though we have this going on in Georgia, we have less happening than what we have seen in quite some time. So what's going to be happening with these showers into overnight? Temperatures right about dawn patrol, upper 50s to lower 60s with scattered showers across the area. So going to school, round about lunchtime, a few speckles of showers out there. Let me back that up real quick so we can take a look specifically. Looks like for now we may be clearing the area of some rainfall as we get into and around portions of the area where it comes to Friday night football. So that looks to be some fairly good news, but there will be a chance of light scattered showers out there through the rest of the forecast into the next couple of days. So that is something that we really need to pay attention to. And if you're heading out for Friday night football, it will be cool and a little breezy. So stadium blanket, jacket, something like that to ward off that chill, especially toward the end of the game. Out across the area, so about, say, 10 o'clock Friday, temperatures in the lower 50s. And remember, there's going to be a stiff northeasterly breeze out there, so something to look at on that. Mid-upper 40s on Saturday morning. More chances of showers developing, especially south of us, with highs in the upper 50s. More chances of rain coming up as we go into around Sunday morning. And again, a few speckles left over on Sunday, but most of that will be leaving the area, and then we'll be done with the rainfall as we get into around Sunday afternoon and evening, and then nothing showing up outside of that as we go into Monday. So good news there. But as we go into the next several days afterwards, we start to see the potential for some more rainfall coming on through. Saturday and Sunday, that'll about do it. And then next Wednesday, we start to see more potential of rainfall coming up, with some of that rain chances. Looks like it stops a little bit by about Thursday, and then into the rest of the forecast toward next week Friday and next week Saturday. That's where we also see again the potential for some more rainfall coming up. Let me readjust that there real quick. Okay, there. Saturday, next week Saturday, week after this coming Saturday, that will do most of the chances of rain. And then we get into next weekend, so we see another chance of it coming up. Brian Armstrong in our News 12 sports department is not going to be happy about that, again, considering Friday night football, the way things are shaping up for next week as well. So for now, I just don't see too much of anything. No severe weather coming up, so that's good news, but there will be chances of showers and some thunderstorms, maybe mixed in with this more powerful punch of colder air coming on through, and that should be, again, our better chances of getting some more rainfall out across much of the area. So for what we see in the next about couple of weeks, this is what it looks like into about the next couple of days. Again, chances of showers for Friday and then for Saturday and for early on Sunday. Temperatures, again, this is not a big punch of cold air. It will be cooler, yes. It's not the 70s, it's not the 80s. It'll be the 50s and 60s. And again, tomorrow it'll be warmer, quote-unquote, in the morning before you come home again, cooler into Friday night, and then temperatures back in the 50s as we go towards Sunday as things dry out into around Tuesday. More clouds on Tuesday, better chances of rain coming up Wednesday, Thursday, a bit of a break on Thursday, and then next Saturday, Sunday, not this Saturday, Sunday with Veterans Day, but 1 week from this weekend, that's where we get another chance of rainfall coming on through. So that, again, could be a potential problem for outdoor activities, but again, we need that rainfall, something desperate across the area. So for Friday night football, just a quick ahead of schedule look all the way on through. I would pack some rain gear just to be on the safe side, and temperatures knocking off after sunset very quickly. So as we go toward Friday night tailgate show on News 12, more clouds on the cool side and getting cooler through the game. And then scattered showers could be a problem, so more scattered rain showers out there into the course of the next couple of days through about the weekend. So that's where we're going to be seeing the potential problems out there where it comes to anything involving rainfall. Speaking of dry conditions, thanking News 12 viewer Mr. Paul Esposito for a nice view of a smoke plume seen from his house around Chickamauga. That's our Thursday West Shore home weather window picture of the day. Thank you very much, Mr. Esposito, for sending that in. And likewise, if you have pictures, please send them in to us. The location, that we don't really matter. We prefer to keep it local, but if you've got something from Hawaii or Greenland or Africa or wherever you've been traveling, send them in to us. We'd love to see what you're seeing. And, again, you can be anonymous, but just give us an idea as to what you were looking at, a location and a description, so we don't have to guess at what it was you were sending in. So if you got pictures, please send them in to us, pictures@wdef.com. We'd love to see a little bit more about what's out there. Low clouds around Island Cove, around the area of Tennessee 58 Highway, and across portions of the area of Hunter Road just to the west of that. A lot of low clouds starting to filter on in. Overcast on the Plainview Outdoor Advertising Camera, looking at 153 and 64. No rain on the roadways yet. Some haze off in the distance, that wildfire smoke still sticking around. From around the area of Chattanooga Red Wolf Stadium, very light traffic for a Thursday evening. Traffic from 75 north to 24 west is moving along very nicely at this time. The decently picturesque view from the Chattanooga Theater Center, Speedy's Total Car Care camera, a lot of the lights on the bridge not lit tonight, and the colors of the trees around Coolidge Park. Not too many folks out and about for this evening, but some going across the bridge, looking at a picturesque view from the North Shore and looking back toward downtown. And finally, from our Bailey's Heating and Air camera, again, not showing a great deal of anything in the way of clear skies. A lot of haze looking back toward Lookout Mountain, but otherwise very dry, just very much on the cloudy side out there. Pardon me. Last but not least, thanking Patriot Concrete for a view of I-24 traffic moving on through downtown, and also very hazy looking out toward the area around Lookout Mountain. Still very mild. Numbers back, we should be in the lower to mid 60s for highs at this time of the year, and this ain't it. We're back in the mid to upper 60s as of just past 10 o'clock at night, so very mild. Winds are picking up a little bit north at about 9 miles per hour, at least just past about 10 o'clock or so, so seeing a little bit more there. If you'd like to vote in our polls, we'd love to know what you're thinking, and we're bringing you a new poll section called, it's sponsored by Panagua Auto Mall, and it's a weather question of the day. For Thursday, the poll has already ended. We'll have a brand new one coming up for Friday, so stay tuned to wdef.com/vote now. The weather instrument used to measure air pressure is called A, anemometer, B, barometer, C, psychrometer, or D, wind vane. Barometer picked up 90% of the votes, and that also had the benefit of being the correct answer, so nice job to anybody who answered that. Again, we'll have a new poll question coming up tomorrow. Haven't decided which one we're going to do just yet, but we may see a surprise tomorrow when it comes to weather terminology. That's all I'll say for right now, so stay tuned for more on that in the next couple of days. Want to let you know about a couple of things coming up in the near future. Again, going through that severe weather situation. We're in that second severe weather season peak, and this is often the time when the National Weather Service offices that cover our area will offer Skywarn training to anybody who wants to attend. Totally free. They do ask that you register for a seat. So if you would like to be able to attend, the one that's coming up next, the most immediate one for the News 12 viewing area, will be coming up Thursday, December 7th, 2023, 6 p.m. Eastern Time in McMinn County, Tennessee. That is just to the north and east of Hamilton County. I'm still learning my way around here, geographically speaking, so helping to remind myself about that. That'll be at the McMinn County Courthouse. 9 East Madison Avenue, Athens, Tennessee, zip code 37303. This is, again, your opportunity to learn more about severe weather. These meetings last about an hour, hour and a half, somewhere in there. They are some of the best ways that our tax dollars have ever been spent to educate the public, no matter who you are. You don't have to be a PhD to spot for severe weather, and that's what Skywarn is all about. It is not a chase course. You want to learn how to chase? That's great. Start here and then learn more about what severe weather is and why we need to respect it so much. You do not just chase tornadoes. Honestly, and this is what I tell kids when I go out to the schools to talk, you do not chase tornadoes, period, unless you have been trained by experts and you know what to look for, and these Skywarn classes are the best way to start learning about that. So you want to chase tornadoes? Great, no problem. Don't become what Professor Charles Doswell called storm chasing yahoos, and know more about the atmosphere that can produce those storms by going to one of these classes. Now, this one, again, for residents in McMinn County, Tennessee, that again is Thursday, December 7th, 2023. There are very few classes being taught in and around this area of the country, so we'll bring you more information about where you can learn online. That we'll do that tomorrow. But for Hamilton County and Chattanooga residents, these, again, by the National Weather Service, are organized on a county-by-county basis. So technically you can attend if this is for Hamilton County and you want to come up from, say, DeKalb County, Alabama. That's great. If there's room, we'll be glad to have you there. And again, it's free, but you have to register for a seat so the National Weather Service meteorologists know how many people to prepare for, just, again, for courtesy's sake and to make sure that they have enough room for everybody, just to do the courteous right thing, register ahead. This one for Hamilton County will not be until next year, February 9th, 2024. That's a Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. And again, this will be held at CHI Memorial Hospital on DeSales Avenue in Chattanooga. It's mainly meant for Chattanooga and Hamilton County residents. Last year, I believe we had somewhere around 25 people come out. We did a live shot from this location right before the class started. So this is, again, a good opportunity to learn about severe weather, how to prepare for it, what to look for when severe weather hits. More importantly, what the National Weather Service needs you to report in from the field. You become the eyes and ears of the National Weather Service by becoming a storm spotter, and if you're able to do this, you can do it from anywhere. Again, you don't have to be an amateur radio operator, but that does help to know what to do. But they'll give you a special toll-free number, how to call in if you'd like to know more about this. Again, go to weather.gov/MRX for the National Weather Service from Morristown, which covers a portion of the News 12 viewing area. We're covered over by 4 National Weather Service offices, and as of right now, Nashville and Huntsville are not doing Skywarn classes. At least they have not announced any of them at this time. So for the end of the year, we're not picking up on any of that. Georgia had a few south of Chattanooga, way south of Chattanooga, so none directly for them. We try to bring you information about what's going on in the News 12 viewing area so residents can plan and prepare for things like that. So for right now, we have 2 of them on the books, one for McMinn County in 2023 and this one for Hamilton County in early February 2024. Stay tuned to News 12, and we'll bring you more about this as we go through the next several days and weeks. And we'll also, tomorrow night, tell you more about an online course from the National Council of Atmospheric Research. More on that coming up a little bit later, so stay tuned for more there, and we'll bring you more details on that coming up throughout the course of the next few days. So definitely want to stay updated on that. Make sure you visit our website as well, wdef.com/weather, and click on the How to Program Your Weather Radio link. It's a short video to give you an idea as to what to do to program these life-saving weather radios. Good opportunity to get them done before severe weather ever hits. So please make certain you got that taken care of. Looking into tomorrow, again, one more check of the forecast before we finish up. This is going to be important because you'll start off mostly mild, kind of coolishly mild, just to coin a phrase there. But we're going to be seeing, again, temperatures back in the mid-50s. as we head through about the area around tomorrow afternoon. So temperatures will start off a lot milder and then get cooler through the rest of the day, and expecting again the potential for some showers out there as we go into the rest of the forecast there. So get prepared for what could be a decently breezy and possibility of some rainy conditions out across portions of the area. That should do it, I think, for tonight. We got everything pretty much covered at this time. So for tonight, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and give the internet of the station back to them for a little while. Again, if you've got any questions about what's going on, drop us an email. You can find all of our email contact information at wdef.com/weather. And, of course, we'll be posting our repeat performance of Weather Overtime to this location as well. If there's anything you'd like to see on here, more satellites, more worldwide weather, other details about the forecast locally, climate detailed information, whatever it is, if there's something you'd like to see more of, let me know. I would love to make this your stop for local weather online, and if you would be able to do that, that would help me out a little bit. So again, let me know at wdef.com/weather and give us an idea as to what is looking for right now. Jeff Peterson, Skywarn certified, very good. Glad to see you're doing that. We need more folks like you out there to do stuff like that, because the more people we have watching the skies, then the better off and more safe we will all be on there. Bishop Bob Midget, good evening. Hope you and Mr. Josh are doing okay. Thanks a lot for joining us for tonight. And also, again, to everybody on Twitch who's our new followers, thanks a lot for stopping by and also joining the fun here on Weather Overtime. That'll do it for tonight, I think. Chip Chapman will have your forecast with rain out there. Definitely want to see what's going on for your morning commute starting at 5 a.m. Friday on the News 12 morning show. And I'll have your forecast into the rest of the weekend coming up again tomorrow evening. And we'll have more checks of your forecast again into the weekend. Always available at wdef.com/weather. Live and direct from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee, USA. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. Thanks for joining us for tonight, and stay tuned for more with News 12 on air and online.